Over a year ago, the globe was thrown into turmoil as a pandemic of unexpected magnitude caused millions of people to lose their jobs or have to adapt to remote work. Today, we hear from one such person who transitioned to remote work as part of MDC's staff and the challenges and opportunities that followed.
Prior to the lockdown of 2020, I had a part-time position as a learning management specialist. I provided support for faculty who taught courses for Miami-Dade College's online division. That included assistance for questions and issues on the technical aspects of the LMS, as well as guidance and advice on certain operational or academic concerns. I also facilitated the training of faculty to obtain certification to qualify for teaching for our online classes. Initially, I was apprehensive when it was announced that we would be transitioning to a remote work arrangement. Not because I had any qualms about working from home or away from a conventional office environment. It was more a matter of concern about how well and how readily we as a department and an institution would be able to adjust to this change. Otherwise, I was primarily quite intrigued and even delighted by the prospect for myself. Remote work is a concept and technique that I covered regularly when I used to teach courses on project management. I used to highlight some of the potential advantages and benefits for both employers and employees, as well as point out some of the challenges and complications. I also noted how, at the time, it was not a common practice, but that many experts anticipated it might one day become more accepted and prevalent. In many ways, the pandemic compelled organizations to focus attention on this approach as a viable and even necessary option. I understand that for many people, it may not be a preferred, agreeable, convenient, or even comfortable scenario due to the wide array of personal temperaments and experiences. As for myself, I seem to possess a fairly high tolerance for isolation, confinement, and social distancing, perhaps more so than an average individual, and so remote work is entirely appealing. The initial quarantine occurred toward the latter portion of the spring term of 2020. Everyone scrambled to adjust their processes and procedures to address many of the organizational and operational needs which were arising out of this rapidly evolving situation. As we moved forward into the summer term and the institution determined that it would be necessary for classes to remain in remote modality, the department was tasked with supporting the institution's entire faculty community, not only those who were teaching MDC online courses. This naturally increased the burden of responsibility on existing personnel within the department. By the beginning of the fall term, it became evident to many of those in positions of leadership, both within our department and at higher levels of administration, that it would be beneficial to both expand the staff roster with additional personnel and to further expand the definitions of roles of some of the current part-time positions. Thus, some of our department's managers received approval to initially add one full-time position to each of their respective teams, and I was ultimately one of the beneficiaries of this organizational growth.
And thus ends our insight into one of MDC's many hardworking staff. Thank you for your time and have a good day.